Okay, there's our special quarter drive 12-point universal slide extension.
We're getting the lifter blocks
mini
out.
ratchet. So the hardest one to get to is back here. You know why it's the hardest one to get to?
And probably 'cause it's back there.
It's got everything in the way. Kind of on it. Kind of. It's hitting here, hitting the tank all the same time.
Don't scratch the tank, it's really clear, but...
What tank?
We got away with a few of them last time on it.
I don't give a crap about tanks, you know.
I know you don't. I'm gonna pay STC $3 for a paint job.
Those are extra cost. Those are more freebie extra cost things I do.
Extra costs incurred during construction.
It takes extra work to do that. Extension that's a little bit shorter than this, but I don't know where it is. I got one that's a couple inches shorter than that one, I think, somewhere. We'll use a 6-incher. There, now I get in there better. See how it's clear the head now.
Clear the what?
The head. Come on, from inside the pushrod cut away. The straight ones don't fit because they hit the cylinder hook fins.
Yeah? I see lots of oil in the lifters, so they were getting oil.
Oil on it.
Blue oil.
Yeah. Nasty blue oil. See, I don't like one, it's a short one. See, I can't spin it because it's not a short one. You put the long one back on, you can spin it.
Oh. We'll break it loose first, though. Oh, like that. Oh boy, you almost hit the tank.
I deburred it so it doesn't hurt it. Why'd you think that was deburred?
I didn't notice that.
It also makes less deburring in my hand, too.
Mm-hmm.
Sharp ass edges do a lot of damage to everything. You didn't think my tool hadn't been modified for certain conditions, do you?
I didn't know that. I should have known. Well, I've used that thing a few times. I've never seen that. Never told me that story.
There's usually a reason for most things that I have or do.
I didn't know they were modified. There we go. And they came out intact. How's a hard-facing look?
There's that blue stuff everywhere. What's up with that?
That looks good.
We're using a blue prelude.
Freebies.
This is the format material gaskets. Yeah, these are format gaskets.
Those ones are?
Why don't you put the cleanest rag?
I was just trying to clean up your bench for you so I didn't run all over the floor.
Yeah, but you use the cleanest rag.
Lose it?
Enough.
No, it's the exhaust pipes are in the way is what the problem was.
Go quick enough is the problem. The gasket got in my way. It's the gasket's fault. The problem is I'm not using assembly lube, I'm using Tribodyne.
Tribodyne is extra slippery.
And I can't get it out quick enough to get my fingers out of there. See, it doesn't go in. See, it's
Why is that?
Because you got the stupid ass hose clamp back here.
Let's get rid of that.
Exhaust. Now it's all jammed up in there. And that warm oil is letting the lifters drop down too quickly.
Let me get this flat blade and I'll take that cover off for you. I'll have one here do it. Are you going to use that? Oh, the gasket's fucked up too.
The gasket can stay.
Well, it was moved.
Doesn't matter. There's some thicker assembly lube in there. a little extra time to get the extra second I need, or half a second I need to get in there. Told you,
Well, you are almost out, aren't you?
oh, I told you. You're supposed to bring over your
Buy
bottle.
me another bottle. You didn't tell me that yesterday, though.
I sold you a bottle. I didn't think it was just for you at home, did you? It's for you when I work on your bike.
Damn things stay in there.
Well, I jam into that every time I go down, and it gets in the way.
Let me take it off, Keenan.
The other
Two hose
problem
clamps.
is I can't get the angle I need to go in there. That time the gasket fucked with me. That time the gasket did it. The gasket got squished badly because it got in the way, see?
It hurt, no?
Yeah, you can't tear it, it's got metal on it. Bent it.
Let me take a flat blade screwdriver. I have it out there in 2 seconds. Yeah, you'll wait forever. Don't need no damn thing out of the way.
No, just have to get the right exact, within 1/8 of an inch of movement. Perfect in there, it goes right down.
Yep.
Because you got the case over there, you got the clamp over there, you got this is in the way up here, my hand hitting there. Plus
Everything.
there's cam lobes down there too in the way, so it's a combination of everything's in the way. Now, I have an
We
O-ring.
lost one of the O-rings, didn't we?
I have an O-ring but no washer. The washer is still sitting there. Always make sure the washer is under the O-ring.
Right.
It's kind of important. Now, did I put the correct lifter in there?
God, I hope so. You didn't put the old ones back in, did you? They were kind of blue tribodyne on them.
The lifter's had Travidon on?
Yeah, that was from putting them in there, though, right? Those the old ones you took out.
That was the clean rag.
I see the 2 old ones right there, so.
Now I need a rag.
Use that rag to, oh man.
You took my clean rag and you made it dirty on my dirty rag. I gotta get the oil off my hands so I can work, Joe. I can't work with oil on my hands, you know that.
Yep.
And I can only use my shirt so many times before it's Travidon. It's the cleanest rag in the shop.
You know, tribodyne evaporates.
No, it doesn't.
Remember the air filter, the oil filter paper thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I left the new one, the last one, came out really cherry. I left it sit on top of out in the sun, and it's dry. It freaked me out. I said, what the hell's going on with that?
All oil vaporized, you know that? That's how you clean rags. You put them out in the sun, on your fence out in the mountains. You come back in a couple, 3 weeks, and the rags are clean.
There's oil in them?
The oil evaporates.
Evaporates? I didn't know that.
It does.
I know the sun will clean up a lot of things.
But the dirt doesn't go away.
Yeah.
That stays.
Then you can wash them after that, though, huh?
Yeah, but it gets the oil on them. But the problem is the wind blows in the dirt and it just makes a big mess, so I don't do that. But that's one trick you do to clean your rags.
I read about the rags too. On the label it says you can wash them 50 times.
50 times.
Up to those ones I got from in the roll, you know?
So, that's these rags right here.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty good. They're cloth.
75 of them for $13.
They're cloth, but they're not those stupid ass fancy rags that collect everything.
Yeah, lots of lint on them.
Well, they got the lint, but they collect everything and sticks to them. They're fuzzy.
That's what it was called. It's a Chinese invention to replace cotton.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not cotton. I'm sure they're some kind of plastic, but they look good. They actually are good
Did you
rags.
just center that up like it was supposed to be?
Yeah, it didn't move at all. But yes, I did center. Did you notice that?
I noticed that.
But you didn't tell what that meant. Did you explain what I did there, Joe?
You just centered up the lifter block.
Why would I do that?
In lieu of putting in a bolt and taking them back out after you get the other 3 in. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Because they got to be centered, right? Is that why you would center them up?
It'd be nice if the lifters are running true on the cam lobe.
There you go.
What's the proper torque on these?
elbow click. Ooh, boy, that's getting close to breaking there.
Tight. Get correct torque for that.
Tight. This one could be a little difficult.
Could be. Okay.
Where's the bad push rod at?
Where's that dirty clean rag at? Not done anymore. We're going to put the push rod on the... It has to go back on the intake because it's shorter than exhaust.
Yeah.
So I was going to put it on the outside, but I can't. It's after, I think. I don't know. Are the push rods all the same on these?
I thought they were longer for the exhaust.
They should be, but I don't know if they are. Actually, all are. Is there any oil in front I can't see?
No, nothing to worry about.
Got it already?
I'll clean it all up.
Okay, that one's done. Here's my mat. Look at that. It's like new.
You see any sign of wear or anything funny on the other ones?
Oh, they look like... You got wear marks from, stuck one up and down. There it is. Okay, where'd this one come from?
Is that the one with the bad nut?
No, that's the one with the good nut.
Okay, that would be the exhaust.
That's how you identify.
Yeah.
And they are shorter, see? So this is the exhaust. This is the intake. Make sure the O-ring's up in there.
Can you feel it?
Yep. Shove it away from the hole, jiggle around until she goes in, and then start unspinning. Make sure you don't lose that nut. If the jam nut goes down the hole, it's hard to get it up.
Yeah, I bet.
You got to kind of work it up as a pair. Okay, once you get to a certain point, you can hold the push rod and nut together and just unscrew the screw.
Will an S&S Super B work on an Evolution motor?
Yeah, they fit right on.
Do they work though?
It works as good as on anything else.
Yeah. Well, these are like a copy of a Bendix, weren't they, back in the day? Kind of.
Well, the S&S is kind of before the Bendix, but...
The Super B is not though. Super B is just...
They're
doesn't
about
have
the same time frame.
no squirter in there, nothing though.
No, but it's just it's the same as the L to L. Just to change the flow flow and stuff. The jetting is a little different how they do the jet, but it's not the same as a Bendix. Bendix is different.
But a similar way they work compared to a B.
Well, it's only a two orifice carburetor. Other than that, no, they're different. The Bendix is actually closer to the L series carburetor because it has a tube in it. Same as an L series carburetor. It's the same tube. Pretty close to the same tube on the later one. The early ones are different.
I think I had a B on my first.
The GBLs, I think, are the late ones, and those are
GBL.
They had the tubes are just very similar to the Bendix very cool.
Oh.
They're not exactly the same, but they're very, very close. And I still have every one of them things that they made because I have a carburetor like that I used to use.
Yeah. On a race bike.
Yep. Sportster. Okay, now I'm going to take these down until they bottom out. So where's the screw at? There's the screw right there. It's very hard to hold out, so I'm going to turn the top.
Want me to hold it?
Nope.
Oh, so you can turn the top instead of. I see.
That one's hard to move.
Put the loose one on there, will you?
Put the loose one on there. And that's in the way too. 3, 4, 5, 6,
7,
8, 9, 10, 11. There we go, 12. It's tight.
That'd be 2.5.
Okay, so I'm going to put tension on that. Give it a couple wiggles, make sure the push rod is up in the hole up there. Give it a couple yanks, make sure it's up in the rocker arm where it belongs. Just to double check.
We want that.
Just double checking it.
It might not.
Okay, now you let it sit for a little bit so we can tell what it's at. And,
You're trying to let the lifter bleed down a little bit, or what?
I think it bled as it was doing down on it. Here it is. See, it's got tension on it, see?
Yep.
You're supposed to let it wait for a couple minutes or 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It got tight inside.
Because there's oil inside of them for when they're assembled, right?
I didn't put any oil on the lifter, I just put it in dry. So whatever S&S had in it,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean they're totally dry. They got a little bit of oil on them. So you gotta let it sit and see where it's at. But it went down, what, 14?
Yeah,
13, something like that.
14, I think.
It's 2 turns.
Yeah.
Takes the
2 and a
turns.
half, 2 plus 2 flats.
Well, I don't think it was at 0 when I started. It was close to 0.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't too accurate on that 'cause I didn't really care.
You don't really care about my motorcycle?
I didn't care what I was doing. Now I care because now I'm adjusting it. So see,
It's got to be 2 at least, right?
It's still got tension on it. Yep. See, I got loose.
It went away real quick, huh? Not much adjustment.
So that's about 0. That's 0. Okay, now how much you want to back it down?
3 flats?
2 flats.
2 flats?
You still got heat in the motor. 3 flats. I don't know if it would go 2 max. I think we're going to lose 1 to 2 as it cools down.
Yeah.
Now when I tighten this up, it should get looser.
You tighten it up, it should get looser. Why? Because it's cooling?
Because I'm rotating that way and it's going to adjust the screw.
Oh.
It's going to screw it up in the nut.
Mm-hmm.
To push out like a nut right now.
Okay.
So that'll make it actually a little bit looser. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put the good one on there now, again. Somewhere there's a damn thing.
That's a bad push rod, a good one.
Should be the bad one.
There you go.
That's the good wrench. I took the bad wrench off. Now we give it a good torque. So it probably moves a half a nut maybe looser.
Half a nut, you think so much?
But as you jam the 2 bolts together, the push rod actually comes down slightly too maybe. So there's kind of a trade-off in there.
I was thinking
But
maybe
it
2
definitely would have got
flats.
shorter. It would not get longer. Okay, so now we got pre-play. So you have some clearance, but not much.
All right.
Now we might have to come back and play with this a little bit to fine-tune it. Okay, now we're going to do the other one. Okay. All right, I'll be back in a minute.